Hey guys, Nabil here. Hope everyone is doing okay. Well, it's a new week, which means we're gonna get a new King of Fighters 15 trailer. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe we're getting weekly trailers for the King of Fighters 15, but this is not the topic of today's video. Now, before I get into the details of what I'm talking about today, a gentle reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I drop a new video on YouTube. Now, let's get started with the latest news from the world of SNK. Now, the first one is a little bit surprising and maybe not very surprising, and the fact that it is a new King of Fighters mobile game. Now, as you know, since the acquisition of SNK by Chinese investors, there was a big boost in new King of Fighters or SNK related mobile games. Now, most of these games are never released outside of China, and it's probably the case for this new one, although this new one is very interesting to say the least. Dubbed as the King of Fighters Project or Project KOF, this new game is actually, believe it or not, a tactical strategy game. Before we talk about what this game is all about, let's check the trailer of Project KOF, also known as the King of Fighters Tactics. Pretty interesting. The graphics are pretty interesting, and I like what I'm seeing, even though I'm not big into tactical games. But and there's a closed beta that just opened, which you can count on me on being able to download it and stream it sometimes in the next few days. I still need the time to download it and check it out. But I saw the gameplay. As you can see, there's a gameplay that is available here online from different YouTubers, and it's kind of interesting. I like the graphics. I really do like the graphics. Now, I always wanted to see the King of Fighters in a cell shaded style, and I'm looking at it, and honestly I prefer the King of Fighters 15 style, obviously. But let's talk about what this game is all about. Project KOF, as the game developers are calling it, is an immersive King of Fighters genuine IP authorized animated SRPG mobile game. The game is based on the King of Fighters 94 to 98 Orochi storyline and restores the plot of this classic fighting IP through a large number of animated CGs, and is committed to showing a rich and complete world of the King of Fighters to everyone. So this is the story. It's a retelling of the King of Fighters story. I love that. I wish, I'm not big into the gaming part of this game, like the playing part, but I would love to have this translated just so that I have some sort of a coherent story from the King of Fighters 94 to 98. So many projects tried to do this, none of them completed their run. And the latest being the King of Fighters Letters of R webtoon, which is amazing but was cancelled after one season, unfortunately. So what are the game features of the King of Fighters Project KOF, or the King of Fighters Tactics? Massive CG console level audio visual feast is what they're calling it. The game contains a wealth of console level cutscenes. Well, we got that, starting from the conspiracy of Frugal to invite the King of Fighters champions on the Black Noah and collect the bronze statue and show it to the Orochi chapter ending. This is a Google translation, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. Create the original plot with ingenuity to realize the King of Fighters fans' dream of the King of Fighters IP animation. So these guys know that as fans, we want a proper King of Fighters anime, and they're trying to do it through this game. And hats off to them. You know, I'm really happy somebody's doing this. Legend of Hero immersive experience character exclusive. We have created a personal storyline for each King of Fighters character for players to immerse themselves in the personal hero legend of their characters in the world of the King of Fighters. So they're really getting into the stories of each of these characters, and at the same time they're going from the first King of Fighters 94 up to 98, and the story starts, at least the closed beta starts, with Team Japan being arriving to the Black Noah for their the final match, which is against Rugal, which is pretty interesting. They didn't start with the King of Fighters 94 tournament, which you know, one day I'll be talking about the best way to translate King of Fighters into anime series, and this is really something that I had in my I have a whole written document about this, but I had this, that if you want to start from the beginning, you shouldn't start from the beginning of the King of Fighters 94. You either start from 95 or start from the finals of 94, because 94, 95 is a bit repetitive in terms of plot. Now, not the topic of this video, I know, but I'm just too excited. So yes, the game is now available on closed beta on Android, at least for a whole month. So I'll give it a shot, see what happens, and as you can see, I mean, I like what I'm seeing, so I'll give it a shot. I'll stream it, and you guys let me know what you think. So again, the King of Fighters Tactics is being set for release in China only for now. We don't know if we're gonna get a translation. I really hope so, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Now, the second thing of news I want to talk about is about the King of Fighters 2000. So limited run games, the talented guys who every now and then they give us these physical editions of beloved SNK games. I mean, they do a lot of games, but they've done a lot of SNK games, and they announced that they're actually releasing the King of Fighters 2000 for the PlayStation 4 in physical form. Now, this comes in two versions. There's a standard version for $35, which is, as you can see, is basically the game on disc, of course, with a PlayStation 4 box. There's also a collector's edition, and this one is pretty cool. It comes with a lot of cool stuff, as you can see here. Comes in Neo Geo AES shock box form, so it's a box, you know, that resembles the Neo Geo shock box from back in the day. Comes, of course, with the game. It comes with reversible cover, a commemorative non-functional mini Neo Geo cartridge, 4 art cards showing Iori, Terry, K-Dash, and Mai. And a reversible 18 by 24 inch poster of the King of Fighters 2000, and I love that. Now, this comes for the price of $59.99, which I really think it's a great price. It looks really awesome, and the King of Fighters 2000 is one of my favorite King of Fighters games. I love that game so much. There's also that's not all. The limited run games people are actually also going to be selling very soon the soundtrack of the King of Fighters 2000 in two versions. Well, the first one is obviously a CD version, right? And it comes also in vinyl version. If you are into vinyl, you can actually get the King of Fighters 2000 in vinyl form, as you can see. Now, both the price of the CD or the vinyl is for $40, which I think is a pretty good deal for the awesome King of Fighters 2000 soundtrack. Now, if you want something more personal, you can get the King of Fighters 2000 soundtrack vinyl signed by the veteran composer of SNK, Hideki Asanaka. So if you want the signed version, it's a limited version, and it will cost you $50. Now, all these items are not on sale yet, and they will be available on Friday, January 29th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. These actually sell out pretty quickly. They're called limited run for a reason. So if you're having, you want to get one of these items, the King of Fighters 2002, whether it's the collector's edition, the standard edition, or the soundtracks, you really want to be online and available again on January 29th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about the King of Fighters Tactics, and let me know what you think about the King of Fighters 2000 making a comeback in physical form for the PlayStation 4. Is this something you're interested in? Let me know again in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching.